Welcome everyone. Thanks to all participants today and to our sponsor area, the Economic Research Institute for ASEAN and East Asia. The Asia Network is a digital community of 400 plus thought business and young leaders supporting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals with our webinar series and conferences. For our webinar today, we are very happy to welcome our guest speakers from Cambodia, Singapore, and Indonesia. They will share their experiences and expertise in their countries related to health tech. At the end, we'll have a Q&A session, so please feel free to write your question in the chat box. Let me introduce you now to our first speakers from Cambodia. Mr. Socheat Bin has over 15 years of experience in private business, media, and social work. Socheat believes that technology is the only powerful and singularity tool to empower women and men equally through accessing to the best possible healthcare service and knowledge. Today, he will share the story behind Peth Yoeung, Cambodia's first and largest cloud hospital and healthcare marketplace platforms. Welcome, Socheat. The floor is yours. You need to unmute yourself, Socheat.
The introduction, Ravindra, and also thank you, the Asian Network, for giving me a floor to join this discussion this afternoon, and then happy to be a guest speaker or panelist with our friend from Singapore and from Indonesia, and then I would like to share my PowerPoint presentation and to tell you about what is our startup doing, what is the Peth Yoeung is try to address the challenging of healthcare pre-COVID, during COVID, and post-COVID time. And then I would like to share our solution, and then the question become later. And then, yeah, give me a little time. Can you see it, everyone? Hello?
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you a lot. And then I would like to introduce about Peth Yoeung. Why is Peth Yoeung? Peth Yoeung in Cambodian language, but it's known in English as our hospital, our doctor. Our doctor creating this, we co-founding this business. I co-founding this business with my wife. She is a tech engineering, and then and also involved in the healthcare industry more than 12 years. And then we see the challenging, and then we try to find the best possible to address the problem of this challenging, and then we decide to have Peth Yoeung. Peth Yoeung is we created to advance healthcare ecosystem of healthcare professional and also an access to the healthcare journey of the patient during their access to the medical record quicker and faster. And hello, can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, and then this is the problem that you can identify our healthcare professional they are facing currently in Cambodia. We are the paper-based hospital operation management, and you can see that the medication documentation are digitalized, the whole process within hospital and clinic and access to the healthcare service. And those healthcare provider, when they're using our application, they can save up to 12% of operation cost annually. And then this is reduce the cost of operation, increase the productivity, and also lead to the reduce the service, reduce the price of the service to be accessed by the patient. And this is for the if you look at the problem happening or the journey of the patient in terms of access to the healthcare, you can see that the journey of the patient access to the healthcare take very long process, even though they can overnight stay during that the service. And for the visitor who access the clinic or healthcare provider through our application to the healthcare provider in Cambodia at the moment, they can save up to 45 minutes of each visit to hospital or clinic. And our idea is to bring the provider and the healthcare consumer or the patient come closing together. So we have Peth Yoeung. Peth Yoeung is the digital healthcare service management to facilitate the whole process within the clinic. And also we have personal healthcare data management for the patient. They use a mobile application to access the medical service, and they can connect for consultation for any healthcare matter they need is through the mobile application and then digitally. And our platform, we have a cloud-based operating to advance or to modernize the hospital operation to transform from the paper-based to the digital operation within the hospital from the patient registration until to the exit of the visit in every visit. And also we have healthcare marketplace or platform where the patient they no longer waiting at the hospital or clinic. They can book appointment in advance, connect with the doctor, find the preferred doctor. They can also even do the consultation or they even call the doctor to visit or to consult at home, or they can access to healthcare tip where they can access every day and then for free, and then they can become a tool of healthcare knowledge they can share within their member family, or they take care on their own health and knowledge. And our teleconsultation, our Peth Yoeung app teleconsultation, we offer online teleconsultation, we offer house call service, we offer the medicine delivery and medical transportation, where the patient no need to worry of access to the hospital or clinic. Just only or feel lonely, they can call our medical transportation, or they can take that from the hospital back home in the safe and comfort way. And our solution, we are building with the scalable be in mind, like the hospital or clinic, they can start from very small one and then they can scalable their business with our solution for the and also they can secure and all the medical and all the data, and also the patient they can feel secure when they're using our platform, and they can feel resilient with our platform. And also our platform not just only the medical record, but we are also the facilitation the whole process of the hospital operator or healthcare provider, and also access given the access to the patient can access the medical service from the application, our app application. Also they can manage their medical record, they can seeking for help, any help from the medical need they have for themselves or their family member. And currently we have more than 200 hospital or clinic they register to using our application, and we are manage 2 million plus medical data of unique patient and disease. I just list a few key panel and from the public, private, and also non-profit partner organization. They are using our solution, and we are working with 10 strategic partner. We have working with the healthcare startup in Singapore, Civic Lab, and also we are the member of APEC Med based in Singapore. We're working with the payment gateway to enabling environment for the access and to access medical record and secure payment to the provider, and provider can receive can offer and get a financial how to say that financial payment easily from our application. And also we are the one of digital member organization committee in Cambodia working under the Ministry of Technology and Science. We are the one who contribute to the build of the roadmap for digital healthcare. We working with the Ministry of Health to digitalize the public to support the digital life or transform the hospital, public hospital and at national level, subnational level. And also we working with the U.S. Embassy from the U.S. Department of State through the embassy here to promote the green hospital initiative in Cambodia. Through we not just only want our partner clinic go to be a healthcare provider, but it's the part of green solution to the city, to the environment in through the digitalization process. And this is our recognition since 2019. We have got some award, local and international. And also our founder, Ms. Lim San, she have 12 years of industry knowledge in the healthcare. She also engineering, software engineering, and also working as a consultant and support the ministry to transform the healthcare financing from the paper from the manual management into the digital. And then so she working with before working with the Ministry of Health, she working with other ministry in the technology skill. And but at the last 12 years she working at focus with the healthcare sector. And also we are the one who have a deep root and share the large number of healthcare provider in Cambodia. And also we offer the solution, all-in-one solution that not just only healthcare provider, not just only the healthcare consumer or the patient, but we are the one who facilitate the connection, the two party together. And this is our team. We have all our local. We have a local talent. It's like I mentioned, Limsan, I have 12 years within in the industry. I in healthcare and technology. For me, the co-founder, and then here I have experience in the business management, business scale up, and organizational development and HR skill. And also I working more on the project implementation, like we are successfully implement around 200 hospital or clinic. They transform from the paper-based and then go to the digital, and then we are support to 2 million plus of Cambodian population access to healthcare through digital solution. And we have 3 lead talent technical software here. We have Miss Kanera, and we have Mr. Ping and Mr. Paula.
Thanks, Socheat. Sorry to interrupt you because the time allocated is over. But thanks, Socheat, for sharing how Peth Yoeung Technology can ease and support medical procedures during and post-COVID. I'm happy now to introduce you to our second guest speakers, coming from Singapore, although she is originally from Vietnam. Dr. Mabel Yen Ngoc Nguyen focuses on providing solutions to support the aging and chronic care sector. Her startup, Elocare, has won several international and local awards, and the team is now collaborating with the leading healthcare providers in Singapore to pilot their solutions. Dr. Mabel has been recently selected to be on the Singapore 100 Women in Tech list 2021 for her contribution in the Singapore tech industry. Welcome, Dr. Mabel. The floor is yours.
Thank you for the introductions, and very honored today to share the stage with, I believe, a more advanced companies than my startup. My startup is very early, and I'm very happy to share more about what we're doing, and hope to learn more from you guys as well. And let me share my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, very well. Thank you.
Okay, yes, so what we do at Elocare is we develop Internet of Medical Things, or what we call IoMT, for chronic and aging care, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Elocare. To explain more about our startup, we are a Singapore-based startup founded by a team of strong medical research, engineering, and entrepreneur background with a focus on chronic and aging care. We specialize in the Internet of Medical Things and AI technology to develop connected and smart healthcare devices to help people live longer and age gracefully. Our startup was founded early last year by me and Fandi, my co-founder, and so far we have received investment from Artisan VC, and our solution have won several awards. And to explain more about our team, I have a background in biomedical engineering from National University of Singapore and a strong research experience in clinical device and medical applications. And my co-founder Fandi is a CTO. He has dual master degrees in computer science and electrical engineering from Georgia Tech, and he is also a very experienced entrepreneur. And we are also lucky to have an advisor team consisting of international experts both in engineering and clinical practice. So essentially what we do at Elocare is to provide solutions for chronic and aging care in demand. And when we talk about this, we target the population, which is a growing elderly population with multiple chronic disease. And we identify 3 pillars of healthcare problem for this population: the disease and medication management, the health monitoring, and lastly, disease prevention. Why we target on this population? Because it's super challenging to manage the disease and medication for this particular group compared to any other type of patients. It causes a high healthcare burden. Misuse of medications costs the US system $213 billion annually. There's a lack of care in place for the elderly population, with 86% of the elderly residents in Singapore intended to continue living in their existing flat, making health monitoring, especially remote health monitoring, extremely important and in demand for this group in the future. And when we talk about healthcare solution, of course, the ultimate goal is to prevent the disease from happening at the first place. Chronic disease can be costly and fatal if left untreated, and a lot can be prevented by in-time diagnosis and proactive healthcare and lifestyle management. And among the aging population, there's also a subgroup that we are very interested in providing solution for, which is menopausal women, because we essentially don't see any technology solution out there targeting this particular population. To solve these 3 pillars in the healthcare ecosystem, we develop an IoMT infrastructure, including of smart healthcare devices. The information can be flow between the patient, the healthcare devices, and different stakeholders in the healthcare system, including medical staff, family members, to the use of different technologies, the wearable device, the smart pupils, the mobile app, and the cloud platform. And the system is designed to be interoperable with any other healthcare devices to the LH7 5 standard. That is a snapshot of what we do, and in the next few minutes, I will just spend more time to explain in more details about those specific solutions and products that we are providing at the moment. Number one is the smart pill pod and medication management system for the elderly. The number one problem in treating illness today is the patient's failure to take medication correctly. 125,000 premature deaths in the US per year are attributed to complications from poor medication adherence. It's 50% of patients 65 years and older do not take their medications as prescribed. And this particular population is extremely vulnerable to the effect of missed intake of the medications. 30% on hospital admission for seniors are directly attributed to missed doses or overdoses of medications. And 40% of seniors enter the nursing homes because they can no longer self-medicate themselves. To solve this problem, Elocare is developing the smart pill pods and medication management system. What is unique about our system is that it's designed for both B2B and B2C settings, meaning it can be designed and customizable for both hospital settings when the seniors stay in the hospital or in the nursing home, or they can be also used in the transit to be at a home care settings. The system consisting of a smart hardware, which is a smart pill pod for medication intake, and also a software system consisting of a mobile app and the cloud platform. The hardware has several features such as interactive touchscreen to guide the medication taking and the medication filling. It can be customizable depending who is the end user and who involved in the uses. For example, the workflow of this can be customized for being the patient, the one who filling the medicine, or it can be customized with the caregiver is actually the one managing this pill pod for the elderly. It also has several other features such as cellular connection to connect wirelessly with the mobile app. It has audio speaker to remind patients to take the pills. It has sensory for checking the action of taking the pills, and several automatic mechanisms so that the patient don't have to do much when they have to take the medication. Everything is automatic from this hardware. And the software system consists of a mobile app and a web platform, so anyone can configure and customize the workflow in the mobile app, and then it can send the information wirelessly to the smart pill pod. It has multiple notification channels to remind patients, to notify the caregivers and the family members of any missed intakes, and all the medication history can be recorded and checked in this system. It also provides the caregivers and the hospital system the ability to multi-patient management. This solution has been the winner of the National Healthcare Urban Innovation Challenge this year, organized by Enterprise Singapore. By being the winner of this challenge, we actually got the grant support from Enterprise Singapore, and we have the pilot opportunity with the leading healthcare providers in Singapore, including the National Healthcare Group and the St. Luke Elder Care Center, to co-develop and co-promote this solution in the healthcare ecosystem. And so far, we are still developing the prototype, but this solution is very close to launching because we are now doing the pilot. And the next solution, which I'm personally very passionate to talk about, is a wearable and mobile app for menopausal care. And why I'm so passionate about this, because we don't see any technology solution out there to target this, and this is very underserved population. By 2025, there will be 1 billion menopausal women. These women suffer from more than 30 symptoms and higher health risks in terms of cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, and Alzheimer's disease. But the current standard of care is very limited. There's only hormone tests, period status, self-perceived the symptom to diagnose and choose an effective treatment. But all of these are not reliable at the moment, and relying on this outdated standard of care results in more than 30% chance of women to wait at least 3 years before they got the correct diagnosis. More than 18% chance of visiting a genital physician more than 6 times before they can get help. As a result, 3 out of 4 women seeking care for menopause end up not getting treated at the moment. To target this problem, Elocare is developing the first multi-parameter menopause trackers. The solution is in the form of a wearable device to be worn in the wrist and also wear wirelessly with a mobile app to help people check the symptoms. Through these wearables, we measure key biosignals relevant to menopausal symptoms, such as skin conductance, heart rate variability, temperature, and body movement. And through these biosignals, it translates to the detection and interpretation of key menopausal symptoms, such as hot flashes, heart palpitations, and sleep disorder, which is the most common and earliest signs of menopause in women, and is also the signs that very easily mislead with any other symptoms. Using these insights from our solution, users can detect and track symptoms, evaluate different treatment, create personalized plans, and connect to medical care at the same time on the platform so they can get timely diagnosis and optimal treatment. This solution has been the winning solution of Global Hacking Menopause Challenge organized by the American Association of Retired Persons. And it was interesting because this challenge was rolled out because 93% of US women in the survey by American Association of Retired Persons reported that they want a non-invasive technology solution to help them cope with menopause better. So with this menopause solution, we want to bring values. Number one is for menopausal women. We want this to be a companion tool for them on the way from diagnosis to long-term monitoring. And interestingly, as we develop this solution, we realize that clinicians and researchers also looking for something like this to help them evaluate symptoms in their clinical trials. So this is also a potential target customers for us in this solution. So right now, this project, we are in partnerships with Singapore Biodesign, HealthTech, and National University of Singapore, and they help us in terms of the grant support and research collaboration to develop the algorithm to detect the symptoms. And we also have future pilots in line and the letter of interest from several international organizations, including Chinese University of Hong Kong and Yale University of Medicine. So to wrap up my presentation, I just want to emphasize that at Elocare, we want to use technology-enabled healthcare to help people live longer and age gratefully. Although we are quite early, we would welcome anyone who is interested in helping and supporting us in realizing this mission. Thank you again.
Thanks, Dr. Mabel, for sharing benefits of Elocare developing connected and smart healthcare devices for optimized chronic and aging care. We are happy to have now our last speaker from Indonesia. Ogy Winenriandhika is a serial entrepreneur and currently co-founder and CEO of Clinico, Indonesia's first end-to-end aggregated private clinic chain. Most recently, Ogy was co-founder and CEO of Perawatku, Indonesia's pioneer workforce marketplace. Ogy has awarded ASEAN Startup Korea Challenge by governments of 11 countries and won various awards such as Regional Investment Forum and the Top 10 Socheat Installer by Johnson & Johnson. Thanks for being there, Ogy. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Okay, yeah, can you see my screen? Hello.
Very, very well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hi everyone. Yeah. I'm Ogy. I'm founder of Perawatku. So we are a healthcare professional hiring platform, and we also call we are a workforce marketplace, or we so-called a health hunter. So we have a vision that we will help healthcare professionals live a better lives. For the mission, we empower healthcare professionals find and do their best work. So this is Nurse Icha. She is a part-time nurse, full-time mom at home, but she wants to also add more income with their skills, nursing skills. So beside of she is a mom, full-time mom, and also part-time nursing at Perawatku. So how we are different? We do instant sourcing, we do recruiting support, pre-screening talents, talent contactable, reference to job requests, low cost per hire, and also make we are different between others at headhunters and others job portal. And right now in Indonesia, we are the first one for the health hunter marketplace, especially for healthcare professional. But we start from nursing, and right now we also explore for midwife and also physiotherapy. This is our life talent by experience. We have like about 50% more 2 until 5 years experience nurses join at Perawatku partners and so on. This kind of our business model. So basically, we are a job matching platform with B2B models. So we empower healthcare facilities to no need to hire full-time nurse, but they can do on-demand services to healthcare facilities. And we also, right now, during COVID, we empowering teleconsultation or telemedicine platform, such as one of the giant in Indonesia, Halodoc, for empowering them to do offline present for COVID screening, for on-demand services for COVID tests at home, and lab tests, and also vaccination. It's kind of our revenue models basically. So we are in job portal. We also have like pricing for job posting, talent hunting, and so on. This is our existing client for this, and also for the agent staffing. This kind of on-demand services or home visit basically, and also we have other income for the financing stuff for the nursing and also for the education. So for the worker side, they can easy and register, upload documents, search job and location nearby, and the value edit they can do. They can get the academy and also financial from our partners from the fintech and also the edutech, and also for the employer side, they can get larger talent pool from our nursing, and also they can do faster and better matching with their needs. Okay, yeah. This kind of our platform, so they can spending for they well for the another kind of needs for the saving, planning, also borrowing for the nursing partners platform. And so basically, before COVID, we also sent our nursing to another country, such as Middle East and also Japan, for the elderly care. So basically, we also do a remittance for the wallet. And it's one of our partners and client. We do explore more collaboration with HealthTech also, such as we do collaboration with Prixa for the telenursing. We do collaboration with such as fintech, ClickChair for financing, for the education stuff, so they can edit some soft skill like basic trauma cardiac life support training or others training, wound care training, something like that, for add some skill, and it will increase their skill, increase their profiling, because we also they can also add some soft skill there in their profiling, so they can get more jobs specifically. And we also do collaboration such as with Brad Story for the wedding needs, something like vaccination or others. And also we partnership with MyDoc, one of the giant telemedicine, I think, in Singapore, for second opinion. So we create like a travel nurse program. So they can accompany patient from Indonesia to Singapore for company Indonesian patient from Indonesia to Singapore. This is our testimony from our partners, so they can easily and faster get the specifically nursing, and also it's a more cheaper than they partnership with healthcare facilities for sure. Kind of our medical media coverage. And okay, thank you for our presentation.
Thanks, Ogy, for sharing how Perawatku provides an ecosystem where healthcare institutions can meet and interact with a potential pool of qualified healthcare professionals under one system. Now it's time to go to our Q&A session before we wrap up our webinar. And let me ask you these first questions to all our guest speakers. COVID-19 has changed our way of life and shown the world the impact and cheaper solutions in the healthcare sector. How can your startups can over reality? Perhaps Mabel will go first.
I'm sorry, but I think there was some, I'm not sure, is it just for me? There was some freeze moment just now. Do you mind repeating the whole thing again?
Sure. Okay, sure. So I repeat the question. So COVID-19 has changed our way of life and shown the world the importance of healthcare, transforming the way we prioritize health. The world prefers faster, flexible, and cheaper solutions in the healthcare sector. How can your startups can overcome those realities?
Okay. So I think everyone should view this as an opportunity instead, because in
Correct.
general, people are much more aware and open to healthcare solutions than they were previously. So I think in general, the perception of the healthcare ecosystem that a product can take years and a lot of resources to launch to the market, but that speed and the time and the rate of adoption is much shortened right now. So I think it's not to say that we should cut down on the quality, but it means there are much more opportunities out there, and organizations are much more willing to look for and adopt solution or try the solution just to try it first. So I think the way to develop healthcare products now is maybe like last time we usually have to develop a solution and we convince people to adopt it, but now we can respond to their need. What they need, we can respond. And maybe originally we have some plan A to do this, but because now if we deviate from the plan A bit to respond to this, then we can come up with a product. We should consider doing that. And then once we respond to that, we can go back to the plan A again. So we should respond and be creative with this opportunity. And another thing I think we should look for is to collaborate. Collaboration is very important, and I can see that during the pandemic, in my space I work with wearables. So in my space, I see that key wearables players in the market, in the medical market, before COVID, they are competing for some function, but during the COVID, they actually collaborate on a big project to detect and track COVID symptoms together. And this is something that big players or even startups should consider doing. So you can stay ahead of the game and you can advance much better by collaboration.
Thanks, Dr. Mabel. Perhaps Socheat, view on that?
Yeah, thank you for the floor. And then for us, in case of Cambodia, we see that we not really much different from the other country in the region or in the global trend during the pandemic time, and we see that this is our solution is the respond to the need of the provider and also respond to the need of end consumer to access the healthcare service. And then we see that during this time, and this is a wake up, it's a more calling or appealing to the provider to adapt the technology faster or quicker, and then where we can respond to their need. And also the people, they try to understanding, they keep adapt to the technology, while before the pandemic like 2019 2018 or 2019, we're talking about the Industry 4, and the people still feel doubt about the Industry 4. But when to the pandemic, that is a part of, it's a bad pain point for the whole human life, but also this is the where the how to say it, where it can be a forcing factor. The people have to adapt, have to learn how to live in the new way, and the business have to learn new way. So in the healthcare sector, it's similar to other business, so need to adapt and survive during this time, even though this is will be the future, will be the trend, even though post the pandemic time, or even though for the way of living, the way of doing in business will be changed, and then will be continuous with the technology. But I agree with Dr. Mabel. We does not really compromise with our technology solution or our solution. We need to go with what we have planned, and we bring the quality solution to respond to their need. Even though they need, but we need to respond with the quality, with the time, with the price, to make sure that they are accessible. Because we're talking the accessible to the solution, to accessible to the healthcare, we need to compromise. We need to restrict with that three particular point where we can bring them to the next level, for the better life of everyone from our technology solution.
Thanks, Socheat. Ogy, perhaps your view on that?
Yeah. For COVID situation in Indonesia, so it's quite challenging for us because so basically before COVID, we just sent our nursing to another country also. So because of the lockdown, we want to explore more market, not only for healthcare facilities, but right now we also integrated with telemedicine. And basically with us, we can riding the wave, we can easily connect it with them because of there's so many telemedicine maybe in Indonesia, then no one focus on the healthcare professionals, and just us, and we can easily connect with them for enabling their telemedicine, so we can provide the on-demand services for the COVID screening, for the self-isolation program, for telenursing and others. Yeah.
Thanks, Ogy. So we will coming to the end of the session. Maybe I can ask you a last final question, but if you can answer very briefly and concisely, it will be nice for that. So HealthTech, the topic that we are all discussing today, has potential to bring solutions, but obviously pose also challenges. What are for you the main limitations in your respective country after post-COVID? Just a very brief, please, answer. We'll start with Socheat.
For us, for the main limitation, for us is to go quicker to the rural area, rural area, where, because in the concept where we want to fit the gap of healthcare between urban and rural area in the Cambodia case. So this is the limitation, the main limitation, where we can go quicker, how we can go quicker in terms of that is what I could say that for the case of Cambodia. Yeah.
Thanks, Socheat. Ogy, for Indonesia?
Yeah, just for simple, we will do explore with another HealthTech for the collaboration, and then we will increase the demand of the healthcare professional for the on-demand services. That's the way healthcare changing from the healthcare facilities to the on-demand services, so we can deliver healthcare directly to your home.
Thanks, Ogy. And the final word for Dr. Mabel?
Yeah, so I think for Singapore, the challenge, maybe not just Singapore, but like healthcare solutions usually involve multiple parties, multiple stakeholders, hospitals and on, and this affect the how to develop the solution and the regulation will take time. Maybe during COVID they lessened it a bit, but after COVID, back again, how do we can respond to everything and survive as a small startup by satisfying this and have enough resource to run through this long process. Yeah, the regulation and the multiple parties involvement.
Thank you. So thanks again to our guest speakers, Dr. Mabel, Socheat, and Ogy for this engaging conversation, and to all our participants today and our sponsor area, the Economic Research Institute for ASEAN and East Asia. Thanks all again, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye. Stay safe.
Can leave it.